Hello again, everyone. Now we are looking at the Aegis Gladius. Gladius is a term used by the Roman army for one of their swords. And if you look roughly at the shape of the Gladius from overhead, it's almost shaped like a Gladius. Almost. Just kind of gives the impression in the forward cockpit section. Gladius is a light fighter used by the UE. And it is one that's recently received rework from CIG, and it does a very good job of being what it is, a light fighter. Top speed 1236, so it's very, 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 very fast. And as we look around the interior cockpit, you'll see it kind of is laid out like you would again expect in a fighter. Ejection seat, center stick, throttle quadrant. You got your MFDs all within easy reach. The warn panel's directly underneath your field of view, so you won't miss anything. Radar, the HUD. I like this visual reference point on the cockpit canopy, like you would also expect in anything formation flying. And your standard canopy laid out. Very good visibility. And maneuverability-wise, roll, amazing. Pitch, don't do this to me again. Lately I've been having issues where pitch for some reason is getting locked. I don't know if it's a hostess issue or a server issue. Can I use my mouse? I can't use my mouse. Frustration. I don't know why she's doing this. Do you not like me, game? Do you not know I'm in the middle of a live stream? Let's see what else we can do here. That didn't work. Let's bring up the HUD. That didn't work. Let's try powering it on and off again. You know, first rule of IT. We'll get out of the ship. I don't think we're moving. Back into the ship, or the canopy could try to kill me, you know. Again, Alpha. You got a whole power-up animation, which I think this is the only ship that you do that in. So let me know if any other ships have that. Let's try it again. There we go. Alright, let's check the axes again. We all know they're going to be great. I mean, look at that yaw. Roll. Roll is amazing in this ship. Alright, here comes pitch. Excellent pitch, yaw. Very good yaw, but yaw is not its strong point. But you'll notice, watch that flight path vector as we turn here. It does not lag far behind the craft. So without even using boost, it catches up very quickly. So it's a very maneuverable ship that quickly compensates for your movements. If you use boost, you can almost keep it directly with you. So you're going to really be able to stick to the tail of your enemy. Decent armament for a light fighter. Where this really shines in comparison with something like the Arrow, because the Arrow will definitely give this a run for its money for maneuverability, acceleration, and speed. But the Gladius, unlike the Arrow, has two size 1 shields. So as you'll see as we look at the Gladius here, it's going to have a little bit more durability than the Arrow. Airframe wise, it's very central. You'll lose these wings, so you could lose your left and right guns, but you always keep your center gun. And it still maintains good durability and survivability. So, in summary, it's a great light fighter. I mean, there's not much to talk about. It does what it needs to do very well. You will not, again, I've said that a lot with a lot of the Aegis ships, and it applies to all of them. You won't go wrong purchasing Aegis or Anvil if you're looking for a combat ship. They all do their roles very well. CIG's done a very good job with that. And you notice there's been a lot of work done to the Gladius because it features prominently in Squadron 42. So out of all the fighters, this is one that's probably going to receive the most focus and development going forward. Because again, it needs to be in tip-top shape for Squadron 42. So I hope you guys enjoyed the very short video. Again, there's not much to talk about. It's a fighter, it flies, it fights, and it looks cool. So it kind of meets all the requirements. Between this and the Arrow, I actually prefer the Arrow just because, well, looks. I love the look of the Arrow. It's basically a mini F-8C. But really, between the two, hands down, the Gladius will beat the Arrow in a one-on-one fight with similar pilots, just because of the fact that the second shield. I don't know why CIG removed the shield from the Arrows. At the time, when the Arrow first released, it had two size 1 shields. It was basically copy and paste of the Gladius. But now in current balancing, they're very similar, but the Gladius will always edge out the Arrow because of the second shield. Now that being said, the Arrow does have a slight advantage in maneuverability, but it's so very slight that the Gladius will still come out ahead most of the time. The Arrow will definitely give the Gladius a hard run for its money. And I think it does edge out the Gladius slightly on DPS, but the Gladius has more missiles. I never use missiles in combat unless I'm in my freelancer miss because, I don't know, I prefer guns. Maybe the old World War II combat sim pilot in me. I started, one of my first games was Aces over Europe back in the day, dating myself. I've never been a combat pilot in real life, but I imagine that would feel this cockpit feels very much like most of the fighters I have flown in flight sims. So again, it's a great ship. If you purchase it, you'll be very happy. Again, if you feel like you like the Arrow better, trust me, the Arrow is definitely a good stand-in. I prefer the Arrow for the looks, and like I said, the differences between the two are minor, but the second shield is very helpful in the Gladius. Alright everyone, have a great day.